Hello children, we are in the fourth chapter, Structure of the Atom. In the previous video, we learned about isotopes and isobar. So isotopes are the atom of the same element having different mass number but same atomic number. And isobars are atom of different element having same mass number but different atomic number. Okay, so we have completed all this topic. Today in this video we will solve some questions. Okay, so let's start. The first one, write the distribution of electrons in a carbon atom. Now distribution of electron means what? Arrangement of electrons. How electrons are arranged in various shell. Right, we know there are K shell, L, M, N and so on. Okay, so we will follow the Bohr and Bury scheme. Now over here it is given that carbon contains 6 electrons. So using the Bohr and Bury scheme, I know that the first shell, that is K shell, it will occupy only 2 electrons, right? The maximum capacity of K shell is only 2 electrons. Now out of 6, 2 electrons are occupied in the first shell. So how many is remaining? 4 electrons are remaining. So that 4 electrons will go to the next shell, that is L shell. Okay. So the electronic configuration of carbon is 2, 4. Okay. So out of 6 electrons, the first 2 electrons will occupy K shell. The remaining electrons, that is 4 electrons, will go to L shell. So the electronic configuration of carbon atom is 2, 4. Easy. I'll go to the next question. If both K and L shells of an atom are full, what is the total number of electrons in the atom? Okay, now they're talking about K and L shell. Now we know that the maximum capacity of K shell is only 2 and the maximum capacity of L shell is 8. Okay, so when K has 2 electrons and when L has 8 electrons, we say that they are completely full. So when you take the total of this electrons, it will be 10. Okay, so total number of electrons, that is when they have 10 electrons in both K and L shell, we say that they are full. Okay, K shell becomes full with 2 electrons and L shell becomes full with 8 electrons. So if the K and L shell of an atom are full, then they will have a total of 10 electrons in it. Again over here we have used the Bohr and Bury scheme. We'll go to the next question, third one. Explain why sodium ion has completely filled K and L shell. Now over here they're talking about sodium ion, not sodium atom. Now let us take the electronic configuration of sodium atom. For sodium atom the configuration is 2, 8, 1. Right? So what sodium will do, if sodium will lose this 1 electron. To achieve stability, sodium will lose this 1 electron and it will become sodium ion. Okay, the electronic configuration of sodium ion is 2, 8. Okay, so 2 means the K shell, it has 2 electrons and the L shell has 8 electrons. We know that the maximum capacity of K shell is 2 and that of L is 8. So it means that both K and L shell are completely filled, right? Okay. So sodium ion has 10 electrons in it. Now the maximum capacity of K shell is 2 electrons and that of L shell is 8 electrons. Taken together, the maximum capacity of K and L shell is 10 electrons. And that is the reason we say sodium ion has completely filled K and L shells. Okay. Now I'll go to the next question, fourth one. Bromine occurs in nature mainly in the form of two isotopes. Now isotopes we have learnt in the previous video. Isotopes are the atom of the same element having different mass number but same atomic number. Example, chlorine. Chlorine has two isotopic forms, Cl35, Cl37. In the previous video even we have seen how to calculate or how to find the average atomic mass of chlorine. Over here we have same thing, but instead of chlorine we have bromine. Okay, so bromine has two isotopic form, that is Br79 and Br81. Okay, if the abundance of Br79 isotope is 49.7% and that of Br81 is 50.3%, calculate the average atomic mass of bromine. Okay, so here we know the mass of Br79 is 79U and its percentage abundance is 49.7, and the mass of Br81 is 81U and its percentage abundance is 50.3%. Okay, so we will calculate its average mass. Okay, 79 is a mass into 49.7 upon 10 is the percentage abundance. Okay, so when we calculate this, we get the answer as 80U. Okay, so 80U is the average atomic mass of bromine. The average atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5U. Okay, now we'll go to the next question. An atom X, okay, has electronic configuration 2881. The number of valence electrons in the atom X is equal to dash. So over here we have to find out the number of valence electron. Now what is valence electron? We have already learned this, right? First of all, what is valence shell? The outermost orbit or outermost shell of an atom is known as valence shell, and the electrons that are present in this valence shell are known as valence electron. So over here you have to find out the valence electron of atom X. Now over here electronic configuration is given as 2881. So we know that the K shell will occupy 2 electrons. Then the 8 will be occupied by L shell. The next 8 will be occupied by M shell. And 1 electron will be occupied by N shell. Now from this, which is the outermost or valence shell? Yes, N is the valence shell. And the valence electron, 1 is the valence electron. Okay. So K will have 2, L8, M8, N shell 1. So the valence electron is 1 electron. Okay. We'll go to the next question. The mass number of an atom is 18. Now what do you mean by mass number? Mass number is the sum of total number of protons plus neutrons. Okay, so sum of total number of protons and neutrons is known as mass number. The mass number of an atom is given as 18. There are 8 neutrons in the nucleus of the atom. What is the number of protons present in the nucleus of the atom? So over here, mass number and neutron is given. We have to find out the number of protons. Very easy, right? We know that mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. We know the mass number is 18. We don't know protons, we know number of neutrons is 8. So when we calculate this, we get the answer as 18 minus 8 will give you 10 protons. So the number of protons is 10. Okay. So with this, children, we have completed the 4th chapter, structure of the atom. So let's take a quick recap of all the topics that we have covered in this chapter. Okay, so we have learnt about discovery of electron. It was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. Then discovery of proton by E. Goldstein. Discovery of neutron by James Chadwick. Right? Then we have seen the various atomic structures proposed by various scientists. The first scientist was J.J. Thomson. He gave his the plum pudding or Christmas pudding model or watermelon model. Okay, he gave his model of atom, but that model of atom, it had drawbacks, so it was a failure. Then came the next scientist named Rutherford. He gave his model of atom. We also learned about the Rutherford's gold foil experiment or alpha particle scattering experiment. Okay, Rutherford discovered nucleus. Even Rutherford's model of atom had drawback. So some modifications were made by another scientist named Niels Bohr. Okay, and then Bohr presented his model of atom. After that, we learned about how electrons are distributed in different shell or orbit. There was a scheme known as Bohr-Bury scheme. Okay, so using that rules, arrangement of electrons were easy to understand. Then we learned about atomic number and mass number. Atomic number is the number of protons. Mass number is sum of total number of protons plus protons and neutrons. Then we learnt about valency. The combining capacity of an atom is known as valency. Right? For atom to become stable, they will lose, gain or share electrons. Then we learnt about isotopes and isobar. Isotopes are atoms of same element having different mass number but same atomic number. Example, chlorine, we have Cl35, Cl37. Then we have isotopes of hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, neon. Then the isotopes which are unstable. Okay, they emit certain radiations, and those isotopes are called as radioactive isotopes. Example, isotope of cobalt. It is used in the treatment of cancer. Isotope of uranium is used as fuel in nuclear reactor for generating electricity. Then we learnt about isobar. Isobars are atom of different element having same mass number but different atomic number. Example, argon and calcium. The mass numbers are 40. Both of them has same mass number but different atomic number. Okay, so with this we have completed the 4th chapter, structure of the atom. I hope you have understood the chapter. Please go through all the previous videos. Thank you, children.